Hey guys, it's Andrea. I'm back with another Sew With Me for the Vintage Block Along. This is from Lori Holt's Vintage Block Along on her blog, Be In My Bonnet. I'll link it down below in the description box. It has all the cutting instructions, all that jazz. This is the Parade block. She's using Farm Girl Vintage fabrics. I'm going to use... What's happening here? It's weird. Anyway, I'm going to use Lori Holt's... oh, my brain will not work. Flea market. Some of this. Some I got. This is from her bee backgrounds. And this was just from my scrap bin. Because I only needed 1 2.5 inch blue. So, like, I'm definitely getting that out of my scraps. I think this is going to be another big one. I think it's like a 14.5 incher. I really like it though. I pretty much stuck with, well, I did stick with her colorways. Okay. Scrolling. Keep those doggies scrolling. Y'all, I had the best freaking supper ever. And it was perfect for sewing day because it was quick. I got me some pimento cheese today at Walmart with jalapenos in it. I can't remember the brand, but it's at Walmart and I always get it. It's got a green lid. It's a lady. Anyway, it's so good. I got some white toast, some mayo, made that pimento cheese and jalapeno sandwich, and I had some classic Lay's. Man, that hit the spot. So freaking good. Okay, first up, we're going to make 4 segments. So we got 4 background squares. And 4 rectangles. And 4 of these red blocks here. No, sure. Okay, this is how it goes. This is how the block will look. So, first, of course, we got to sew these 2 together, right sides together. Scant 1/4 inch seam. Wish I could remember the name of the lady's pimento cheese, but it's so freaking good. Yeah, if you just look at Walmart, and it's the clear bottom of the container, it's a green lid. That's a lady's name. She has regular pimento cheese and then jalapeno. Of course, y'all know me. I get the jalapeno one. It's very, 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 very little heat. Like maybe I felt a hint of it after I ate it. It's not spicy. It's just good. Nothing spicy, just good food. Little tiny heat. I don't eat pimento cheese often, but when I do, I always love it. Get the taste for it about once a year. It's also good as like just a snack. Get some wheat thins and just eat it right out of the tub. That's good too. As always, I'm doing my quilt on the side. My side piece, I like to call her. This is the Broken Dishes block. It is linked down below in the description box as well. Oh, my iron got cold. It just made the click noise when I tipped it, so I know it's cold. Luckily, it doesn't take long to heat up because I need to get going. I need you to iron these blocks, girl. Get to work. I was kind of craving spaghetti, but I didn't want to take that much time away from the sewing machine, and then I knew I'd stuff myself silly and my stomach would hurt. Because y'all, I can tear up some spaghetti. I get that Rouse spaghetti or Rayos, I don't know how they pronounce it, but I just literally stuff myself when it comes to spaghetti. I just love it. Kids won't eat it. I just like to take that Rayo sauce heat it up, cook my noodles, and that's it. That's all I need, and a bunch of Parmesan cheese. I could live on spaghetti. My favorite Rouse spaghetti sauce, though, is I think it's called Albaretta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's basically a spicy marinara. My God, it's good, and it has heat. But their regular marinara sauce is fantastic, too. If you've never had any of their sauces, you don't know what you're missing. It's really expensive as far as spaghetti sauce goes. It's like probably $6 a jar or something like that. You know, regular spaghetti sauce you pay like $2.50 a jar. It's so worth it. Believe me. RAO''S. My local store actually doesn't carry the spicy one. I have to get that out of town. At a Target out of town, and I stock up whenever we go, though. I buy like every bottle they have and put it in the pantry. I wish my kids liked spaghetti. I grew up eating ragu, which I still love ragu. It's just totally different taste than the Rouse. Totally different. It's ragu traditional is what I grew up eating at my grandmother Callum's. It's sweet. Stella will, on occasion, eat some of that. She does like that sauce. Very rarely she will eat it. But burn it. Dang it. Did I not have that? I guess it doesn't really matter. Just my seam's in a weird place. Hopefully it doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters to me. We're going to sew these 2 units together. Anywhere the wind blows. I remember many a days sitting on my grandmother's living room floor, tearing up some spaghetti, ragu traditional, with tons of parm, and watching HBO. I was in heaven. So those are my 2 favorite sauces. I despise Prego. Blech. It's kind of like Pepsi and Coke. You're either a Pepsi gal or a Coke gal. You're either a ragu gal or a Prego gal. And definitely I would choose ragu over Prego. I won't even eat Prego. I don't like it at all. Oops. Now, I will enjoy a Classico spaghetti sauce on occasion. They've got some good flavors, and they're real low in fat. Usually, if I'm trying to cut down on fat, I'll go for the Classico. And the ragu's pretty low in fat, too. Now, the Rouse is high in fat. But it's real low in carbs because there's, like, no sugar in it. But it's got a lot of olive oil and stuff. That's why it's so delicious. But yeah, Classico's got a bunch of really low-fat, yummy sauces. I'm trying to remember the kind I would get a lot. I think it was black olive. Something like that I used to get. Now take this unit and we're going to attach this. I had to make this work because I actually did not have long enough to make these 2 last pieces of this fabric. So I patched them together. It's a quilt, right? Everything's patched together. So what difference does that make? You know what also is a good snack is getting some pre-made chicken salad, like from Walmart, and wheat thins, and just eating those from the tub. That's really good too. I haven't had that in over a year probably. Sam really likes that too. If he gets hold of it, he'll eat the whole tub. This block to me is pretty similar to the last one we did. Because of that stripe down the middle, that package wrapping stripes. Here always reminds me of a gift box ribbon. You know, the cross in the middle of the block. This is the third block we've made that has had that. Guess it was a popular vintage pattern because she's making all these from vintage patterns, but she's having to translate from templates to measurement cuts. So these are truly vintage blocks in the true sense of the word, which I think is really cool. And I think this fabric line goes really well with that theme. Okay. Now, we're gonna snowball onto opposite gingham corners using 8 of the 2.5 inch background squares. What time is it? 6:48. Still lots of sewing time left. I don't know if my arm's gonna let me though. It's already started twanging. So frustrating when your body doesn't cooperate. I need to take some ibuprofen. I'll take some ibuprofen real quick. Try to thwart my body's objections. I got a lot of sewing done today. And still managed to go out to eat and do a Walmart trip. Boss, girl boss. I'm loving that Evidence of Love book. That true story about that they made those TV shows Love and Death and Candy about. I think I'm liking the book better than I did both of the tellings. That's usually the way it goes though, right? But it's really good. I'll recommend it. Got a big bloody axe on the cover of it. And it's a true crime story. I can see why they made two different mini-series out of it, because it's an excellent story. They did a really good job writing about it. It gives you a lot more info and background about each person in the. They're not characters and so they're real people, but all of their background stories. It's just really interesting. Oh, one more. Okay, now we're going to trim. I'm like, is this right? Is this right? Before I cut. PTSD from cutting wrong. Cut about 1/4 of an inch away from your stitch line. Reminds me of a flower, like a lotus flower or something. It's pretty. It really is. I really like that. It's very pretty. Oh, we're not done. Well, we're changing the design of this now. Now we're gonna take these 4.5 inch blocks and snowball this corner. I really like this though. I wish we could keep it. It's gonna cut off my patchwork though. Probably on both of them. That's cool. Corner to corner. You can draw your line on, of course. You can pin, of course. Then, of course, I'm doing neither. Next time I take this off to clean my machine, I'm thinking I'm gonna move it forward a little bit. I could still move it forward maybe 1/4 of an inch. Get a little bit more overhang here. So I can see further down. I'm gonna go ahead and draw on these. Got a little off on that. Alright, so if they're going on, it's a little easier. Bloop, bloop, bleep. Look at it before you cut it. Make sure you're cutting the right side. This one's shouldn't be any question though, the way this block's made, that you're cutting the right side. Now, because I patched this, I'm not gonna cut a scrap from that, but I'm gonna cut a scrap from this. It's a 1.5er. I think that's all I can get out of there. Maybe, I wonder if I could get it. Yes. Go around the patched section. Waste not, what not. Okay, this one's not all patched up. Big enough. It looks like it's going to be big enough, but it's not. I only save 1.5 inch, 2.5 inch, and 5 inch pieces. That's what I save in my scrap boxes. Now, I did save that point, but just barely. I'm gonna have to iron that really good to get my point to show. Oh man, I lost my point on that one. Oh well, they still look good, point or not. They're still, this one I did save it. Now we can start putting it together. That was easy enough. This guy, and this guy. First row. Second row. This. I hate these crinkled edges pieces. I can't stand them. It's so hard for me to line up correctly. And then last row, we have this. This. I'm loving this block. I'm loving these colors. Like a neat and clean little block. It's been a pretty quick video, isn't it? Just coming together very nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and get my pins because I'm gonna pin that center. Make sure it's lined up perfectly. Perfectly. My precious. It's not nesting, so I'm gonna flip it. Is that lining up right? I think it is. Okay. Sure and pull your pins out before it goes under the needle. both of them out now. Pretty good. Slightly off on one side, but doesn't look like it can be. But, oh yeah, I could have. But it's pretty close to perfect, so I'm happy with it. Very nice. If this ain't love, you better tell me so. This is it. Oh, no. Piece on the side. Oh, it turned out good. All right, I'm gonna get this one ironed up and we'll give her a gander. I'm so proud of this one, guys. I give myself a solid A on this. Almost all of my points survived. Everything's lined up beautifully. There was only a couple here. I missed this one and this one. Those are the only two that are a little off that I could see. Yay! Super proud of it. What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you like to watch Sew with Me's, and I'll see y'all at the next one.